The best media relations advice that I've ever been given is to be a resource to media. They are don't have a lot of time, newsrooms are shrinking. So we need to be able to give them everything that they need to tell the story without physically having to be there. So we, again, don't share many pitches with the press without sharing a link that includes photos, B-roll, interview, footage. And it doesn't need to be costly. It doesn't need to be a high budget production to do that. But sending some sort of visual is always going to increase your chances of getting media hits, and that has been absolutely true for us. I think of a couple examples. I think we'll talk about the Joan Donovan story a little bit later, but for that story, again, she was an 89-year-old woman in Florida. It was a last minute thing that came to our team. I happened to be visiting my parents in the town so around the holidays, and I just said, like, I'll deliver the diploma. I didn't have my team with me. I didn't have video equipment with me, but my mom tagged along to help, and she ended up shooting the video of this surprise moment on my iPhone. I told her to hold it horizontally, which was a miracle in and of itself that she took my feedback and direction. And
That is a
that iPhone
miracle.
video was the video that made it to ABC World News Tonight. So again, like, it doesn't need to be high budget production, but giving some visuals will always increase your chances. And then the story that I referenced earlier, the 94-year-old Amy Creighton in Hawaii, the videographer that day, we had taken a flight from the East Coast, so we were on a completely different time. We were up very early, and she took a time lapse on her iPhone of the sun rising over the ocean in Hawaii. And it was really cool. And she just like included that in the B-roll, like, string out. And I couldn't believe how many producers or editors ended up using that one little clip in the story as like a transition piece in the Amy Creighton story. But again, like, doesn't have to be high budget production, but definitely think about visuals first when you're pitching media.